Discover Oklahoma. I'm Jennifer Reynolds.
And I'm Dean O'Lally. Our location for today's show is the ever-energetic, always exciting Science Museum, Oklahoma, in Oklahoma City.
All these kids and their energy just make you want to jump up and run around and go do something.
Absolutely.
Well, we are right in the middle of what Oklahoma City calls its adventure district. And that's exactly what you can have inside this huge interactive space. The science floor alone is 9,600 square feet of fun. We'll have more on how you can plan your visit here coming up just a little bit later in the show.
But first, we're going to head outside and a new activity available at one of Oklahoma's great state parks. It's time to check out the new archery range at Lake Eufaula State Park. In fact, some people are calling it a new 3D archery range. Lake Eufaula, Oklahoma's largest lake, 102,000 surface acres, so there's plenty of room to have fun on the water, fishing and boating. But now there's a new way to have fun on land at Lake Eufaula State Park. You could call it a 3D archery course.
It was an idea I had. I'd seen one, I want to say it was somewhere in central Oklahoma at Trosper Park when I was a kid. And it's just an idea I've had in my head since then, you know, for years.
And now it's been put into place at the park.
It's like a mile-long hiking trail, and off the trail you have shooting lanes that vary from 15 yards up to 60 yards. And on each lane, you know, there's we have 3D deer, bear, hogs, raccoons, bunch of different animals.
And since the archery course opened in October of 2015, it's become an extremely fun activity for families.
This is a great location. You know, it's fun because you get to start with the bags first, the traditional targets, and then you get to go down to the woods, and it's a lot different experience when you're shooting at just a regular target with a bullseye. But then when you go going down through the woods and see a deer, it gets a little exciting. You know it's a fake deer, but it's still different and exciting.
We all went through lots of practice at the top of the course, yours included, and that's when the smiles began. Even with a GoPro strapped on my head, getting ready to shoot with the help of one of the park's naturalists, Holly Lackey, was a lot of fun. And by the way, Holly and Assistant Park Manager Cliff are very good with a bow. But on a pretty day, to be with friends and family walking the course is an enjoyable and very relaxing experience.
Oh yeah, you know, we had all of our girls. We have 3 girls, and we had some extra girls with us, and it's a really fun activity because you get to go out and take turns, and you get to encourage each other shooting and get a little one-on-one time. That's, you know, you can't put a price on that.
Now, park officials only allow practice tips on the arrows, no broad tips or hunting tips, and the targets are made out of a high-density polyfoam. Now, the park does not rent or provide bows, but just hiking through the woods looking for those targets, well, it can keep you on your toes.
There was lots of different varieties of targets, and it was like out in the middle of the nature, and you should come and see it. It's really fun.
We got to go to a state park, and we got to shoot bows and have a really fun time.
There's a little bit for everybody here. You know, we have the archery range, have Longhorn Loop, great fishing, some of the best crappie fishing in the nation, really. And for boating in the summer, and lots of great restaurants. So whatever you want, Lake Eufaula has it, really.
If you're ready to head out into the great outdoors for some fun this spring or summer, we've got a great resource for you. Head to our website, travelok.com, to request your free copy of the Oklahoma Outdoor Guide. Just click right up at the top where it says Request Free Brochures, and we'll get a copy in the mail to you, absolutely no charge.
Needless to say, there's always a lot of excitement going on here at Science Museum, Oklahoma, but if you're looking to slow things down just a little bit, well, we have an idea on that too.
Let's head to Bricktown. It's not too far from here, and the American Banjo Museum. Our Lucas Ross says this is one of his favorite places to visit.
One of my favorite places in Oklahoma is the American Banjo Museum, a world-class facility telling the banjo story, from humble plantation beginnings to the jazz music explosion to the bluegrass phenomenon. I'm here with Executive Director Johnny Byer of the American Banjo Museum. Johnny, tell us what it's like running this place.
Running the American Banjo Museum is like a dream come true for someone like me. If you love the banjo, and you love the banjo music, and you love the way the banjo makes people feel, I get to do all of that in my job. It's pretty much a dream job for someone like me.
Do you ever sneak in here and play whenever nobody's here?
I don't have to sneak. I have the keys.
You have the keys? Oh.
I can come anytime.
One of the highlights of the American Banjo Museum is an exhibit going on. It's exclusive, The Banjo World of Steve Martin. Last fall, Mr. Martin was inducted into the American Banjo Museum's Hall of Fame alongside Pete Seeger and other banjo greats.
Actually, it has been a long-time dream of mine to be inducted into the American Banjo Museum Hall of Fame, and tonight I feel I am one step closer to that dream.
It's really amazing. We have his first banjo. He used to sit in his car because his parents would go nuts if he practiced. He'd sit in his car and practice. That's the banjo we've got. And that banjo served him real well until he started to get very famous. And then in the early 1970s, he bought a Jazz Age 1927 Gibson Florentine banjo, which is carved and painted. It's a really fancy banjo. He paid $3,500 for it, which was a lot of money back then, especially for a struggling comedian. But he played that banjo on Saturday Night Live, all the comedy concerts. If you saw Steve Martin in the 1970s, he was probably playing that banjo. We've got it here in this exhibit.
In addition to banjos and a beautiful display of his work, there's even an exclusive sit-down interview with the wild and crazy guy himself.
It's so great to be home and be able to pick up an instrument. I mean, I recommend it for everybody, whether they're professional or non-professional.
From his early days of Saturday Night Live and The Muppet Show to his current tours with Evie Brickell and the Steep Canyon Rangers, you'll get the full Steve Martin experience.
This exhibit has everything for the casual Steve Martin fan to the unnamed diehard fanatics.
To have music in your life, music that you can make and write, is thrilling. And to be able to get up on stage and play, I would be short one fantasy if I didn't have the banjo in my life.
You've got a ways to go to be as good as Steve Martin. Until then, you should check out the banjo world of Steve Martin. You can only find it at the American Banjo Museum. For more information, visit AmericanBanjoMuseum.com. I'm Lucas Ross, Discovering Oklahoma.
You'll find more great places to visit inside the Oklahoma Travel Guide. We're happy to send you a copy of the new 2016 edition. Just head to our website, travelok.com, and click on where it says Request Free Brochures.
Up next on Discover Oklahoma.
They have a cedar wick, and so they crackle in the jar. So that's our Made in Oklahoma candle company.
Okie owned and operated, where to shop for great gifts in Stockyard City.
We really work hard on finding unique things that you can't get at the large department stores.
And the little shop at the lake that has folks coming in from all over.
The biggest seller is the onion burger. There's fried onions, pickles, and mustard.
And the perfect pit stop if you're headed south on I-35, where to pull off for a great burger. It's all coming up right here on Discover Oklahoma. Great travel tips anytime, like Discover Oklahoma on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter.
Oklahoma's new 2016 Outdoor Guide is full of the state's most spectacular activities and destinations. And when you use our new mobile app, some of the pages spring to life. So find your Oklahoma state of mind. Order your free guide at travelok.com today.
Welcome back to Science Museum, Oklahoma, in the Adventure District of Oklahoma City.
And right now we're on the second floor, and this is a new exhibit specifically in front of a guy whose name is Bob Sober. This is called macro photography, and it's absolutely fascinating.
It's going to give you a new look at some things you think you've already seen, but you'll see them in a whole new way.
That's true. And right now we're going to go to a whole new, different kind of fun location, historic Stockyard City.
Right there next to the iconic Cattleman's Cafe is a brand new shop that I absolutely love. It's called Prairie Dust Stuff.
Soap. Making it is an art that became an obsession, and an obsession that became a business for Bonnie Skaggs.
I really wanted to do liquid soap is what I wanted to start. And after doing research and finding out kind of where you start, you start with bar soap. But I was like, well, who uses bar soap anymore? I was like, that seems like a stupid idea. But as I started to make it, I fell in love with the art of it and what you put in, and it's such simple ingredients, and it's stuff that you can feel good about putting on your body. And so, which I've always been an artist and a creator, so it just kind of became an obsession.
Bonnie started retailing at Sarsaparilla in Stockyard City, but now has her own shop right next door, Prairie Dust Soaps and Stuff, which is an oasis of luscious products to pamper body and soul.
Oh wow, what a difference. What do you think of the smell too? It's nice and fresh.
It's not a heavy smell, it's just a little hint. I like it.
It's been great. I finally have like some good regulars now. Hi! You guys can be customers now. That come in and they say it's made my skin so much less reactive. Like a lot of people with sensitive skin use it and love it. They'll say it's the only soap store that they can come in because it's not overpowering.
Bonnie also handcrafts several other items that have become customer favorites, like an all-over body balm and something she makes called a bath bomb.
Basically, it's this ball of fizz. You drop it in your tub and it fizzes up and it conditions your water. So you come out of the tub feeling like you've already put lotion on. It just conditions the water, conditions your skin. So it just adds that luxury to an ordinary bath.
Along with her own Prairie Dust soaps and some really great vintage home decor, Bonnie offers a great variety of patty wax candles from Tennessee, along with Yukon, Oklahoma-made chickwick candles.
They have a cedar wick, and so they crackle in the jar. So that's our Made in Oklahoma candle company.
As far as her hopes for her little soap shop, Bonnie says actually they've already been fulfilled.
I don't want to mass produce anything because then you lose the art of it. I really just want it to stay small, and then when that batch is gone, it's gone, something new will come out. So it's like, I guess I don't have these big dreams for the company. I don't want to go nationwide or wholesale. It's just, I want to stay this little soap artist that's in Stockyards, Oklahoma City.
Prairie Dust Soaps and Stuff is at 1305 South Avenue in the Oklahoma City Stockyards. You can also buy the soaps that Bonnie makes online at prairieduststuff.com. And they will whip up a beautiful custom basket for you as well.
Up next on Discover Oklahoma.
We got the opportunity to come back and share our dreams with our community.
Meet the childhood friends who set up shop in southern Oklahoma and never looked back.
Well, I've been coming here since I was 4 years old with my daddy. We would go here on Saturday morning.
Great memories and awesome eats. Where to stop in Ardmore if you're looking for both when Discover Oklahoma continues.
Open 7 days a week, 365 days a year, Oklahoma's great state parks are stocked with summertime adventures. Suit up and cool off in a lake or river. Hike the trails, dig for treasures, tour the caverns, or settle in under the stars. Book your stay at a cozy state park cabin or lodge. Check in Sunday or Monday and get your 4th night absolutely free. Get all the details at travelok.com/spdeals and come see for yourself.
Oklahoma Today magazine brings you stunning photography and authentic award-winning stories of home from Oklahoma. The only magazine that covers the entire state, Oklahoma Today showcases what we love about Oklahoma, bringing to you the very best of its people, places, culture, history, and of course, its legendary food. Subscribe now at oklahomatoday.com and get 6 issues absolutely free. Don't miss a single issue of Oklahoma Today magazine.
Welcome back to Science Museum, Oklahoma.
We're actually now on my favorite floor, in my favorite section. It's the science floor, and they have over 9,000 square feet of interactive fun.
Look at all this airplane and space stuff.
I love it.
We're kind of airplane and space nerds, so this is our kind of place. Well, if you happen to fly by Texoma at some point, you're down there maybe to have some fun on the lake, we've got a stop for you that you might want to check out. Our Lisanne Anderson takes us to the Amazing Grace Boutique.
Hi, I'm Tabitha.
Hi, I'm Rachel.
And we have Amazing Grace Boutique.
And with energy like that, you can bet when you walk in, you're a customer of this unique shop in Madill, Oklahoma. But when you walk out, you are a friend with a big bag full of goodies.
Oh gosh, we have a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Apparel,
home goods,
toys,
gift registry,
bags,
green eggs,
cinch, men, something for
you
men.
name it. We can take care of every one of your needs.
Friends since they were little girls, Rachel and Tabitha always knew they wanted to go into business together, but life just always seemed to get in the way.
We tried everything. We tried modeling. That didn't pan out.
That wasn't so much in our path.
But it was the old saying, there's no place like home, specifically the southern Oklahoma town of Madill, that finally brought these ladies together. Again, something they say was literally amazing grace.
When you're in school, you say, oh, I want to leave, and you've all had that saying, but we got the opportunity to come back and share our dreams with our community, and our community has blessed us with success, and we hope that we are a blessing to them.
Just ask their customers. After 5 years of bringing friendship and retail therapy to this lake community, the blessings just seem to keep flowing.
My husband comes here and I always have a wish list. So he can just come and say, hey Tab, what Susie want? And she knows exactly what to give him, and so I get the best gifts all the time.
We really work hard on finding unique things that you can't get at the large department stores.
Like unique signs, candles,
kitchenware for the most distinguished of foodies.
Just easy to make.
Oh, yeah. And guys, yeah, they've got you covered too.
A lot of guys do travel with their wives, so we offer a couch and even an icebox with some sodas and drinks and a few snacks if they want to, with a TV, so they won't rush the ladies when they're shopping.
So ladies, you can shop more and you don't have to worry about your husbands.
Exactly.
Yeah. From infants to size 3X, Amazing Grace caters to everyone.
She's a professional shopper, that's why she'll find it.
Don't tell my husband, but he will say that. But we try to find that unique gift that you feel special when you're giving it.
And despite the odds, these friends since 2nd grade say it's their balance and maybe all this energy that's made Amazing Grace a true blessing of success.
It was a sign from God. Yeah. It was amazing.
Discovering Oklahoma. In Madill, I'm Liz Ann Anderson.
Amazing Grace Boutique in Madill is open Wednesday through Friday 10 to 7 and on Saturdays 9 to 3. It is closed Monday and Tuesday.
Up next on Discover Oklahoma.
And I would eat an onion burger and chocolate pie all the time.
The breakfast and lunch spot that's packing them in, what you should order when Discover Oklahoma continues.
Oklahoma's new 2016 travel guide is your ticket to the state's most exciting places, attractions, and activities, loaded with great ideas from cover to cover. Don't wait to order. Get your free 2016 Oklahoma travel guide online at travelok.com today.
Open 7 days a week, 365 days a year, Oklahoma's great state parks are stocked with summertime adventures. Suit up and cool off in a lake or river. Hike the trails, dig for treasures, tour the caverns, or settle in under the stars. Book your stay at a cozy state park cabin or lodge. Check in Sunday or Monday and get your 4th night absolutely free. Get all the details at travelok.com/spdeals and come see for yourself.
And the waving wing.
Kiss your smells sweet when the wind comes right behind the rain.
We know we belong to the land. And the land we belong to is grand.
And when we say, we're only saying you're doing fine, Oklahoma, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, come see for yourself.
Welcome back to Science Museum Oklahoma, where they have done a renovation that cost in the neighborhood of $22 million, and we expected it to be different, but it is startlingly different. It is gorgeous, but it is still full of all kinds of hands-on fun for the kids.
You know, and as people travel around, we're hoping to help them out by finding great places to eat, like Tina McGarry did recently in Ardmore. It's time to head down to the Hamburger Inn.
Since 1938, the savory smell of burgers and fried onions has danced through downtown Ardmore, luring the hungry to Hamburger Inn.
The biggest seller is the onion burger, which is fried onions, pickles, and mustard.
Mary Simpson started working at Hamburger Inn 2 weeks after her high school graduation. A waitress first, now the proud owner. But Mary tells us her story here actually started long before.
I started eating here when I was 7. My mom had a shop down the street, and I would eat an onion burger and chocolate pie all the time. And it's something I remember since I was a little kid, and something my kids get to do, and it's just really special.
The menu is of course loaded with all sorts of delicious burgers, from classic to the more adventurous. But that's not all you can sink your teeth into.
We have chili, and it's the same recipe from when they opened. And we do chili dogs, Frito chili pies, chili burgers, sandwiches, club sandwich, chicken sandwich, and we actually sell a bunch of our grilled chicken salads.
Customers tell us Hamburger Inn also serves up some of the best breakfast around: omelets, hash browns, and signature blueberry pancakes.
They're homemade. The pancake's about this big.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're amazing, and they take a while to cook. It's a blueberry pancake. And they're made with baking powder, so they have to rise and fall like a cake.
Well, I've been coming here since I was 4 years old with my daddy. We would go here on Saturday morning, and then through the years, you know, growing up, I went to school just right down the street. We'd walk down here and have a hamburger or a chili cheese coney dog or a Frito chili pie.
Great burgers combined with a taste of nostalgia make Hamburger Inn a classic. It's what keeps customers like Lori Harrison coming back for more.
Well, the atmosphere is really cool. It's, you know, vintage and it's a throwback. People that come here, they're here all the time, you know, the same ones week after week, but the burgers are greasy and good. So, I mean, you can't beat that.
Everything here is made fresh. Everything's from scratch. It's really comfortable feeling in here. A lot of people come eat here because you're going to find someone that winds up being your friend when you leave. It's an experience everyone should be able to have.
Hamburger Inn is open Tuesdays through Saturdays for breakfast and lunch. They serve a lot of burgers. Mary says they go through more than 200 pounds of meat every week, easily more than 10,000 pounds of meat in a year. In Ardmore, I'm Tina McGarry, Discovering Oklahoma.
If you're looking for more great ideas on places to eat, pick up a copy of this month's Oklahoma Today magazine. The entire issue is devoted to food in Oklahoma. Incredible places to eat all across our great state. It's on newsstands through April, or you can subscribe online at oklahomatoday.com.
Thanks to the folks here at Science Museum Oklahoma for hosting us this week. The museum is open 7 days a week. Admission starts at $12.95 a person, and they do have special pricing available for groups. They have several events and summer camps as well, so check the website to find out all the details, sciencemuseumok.com.
Coming up next Saturday on Discover Oklahoma, camels. You heard right. We'll take you to one spot in Oklahoma where you can actually visit them up close and personal.
Plus a trip to an urban tea room. Find out where to relax and take in the wonderful aromas of different types of teas. That's all coming up next Saturday night, right here on Discover Oklahoma.
So until next time, remember,
there's always something to discover in Oklahoma. Our intrepid Ford Explorer is provided by the Oklahoma Ford Dealers, official partner of the Tourism and Recreation Department.